what you want to do in life, like what is your, so to speak, call. It senses in there, working with the patients, standing for the people, for the health of the people, being besides them, getting to know them. um,
I
so
think
yeah.
death was a great experience. The first time it happened, I cried. A very old lady died, and she was expected to die. I couldn't understand how she had been alive. Now she was not alive. I had no experience of death. If we live in a village, we will know both birth and death and everything in between, sickness and health.
Yeah.
But we live in societies where we push things away. We put the responsibility on the hospital or the schools or the police to manage our lives. And when we take responsibility, interestingly, the Tibetan people where I lived, they have no schools, often no hospitals and no police. The families manage everything. So that gave me quite a different perspective. So there I am in the hospital. I'm sitting with people who are having their last breath and dying. And I suddenly realized how precious, how fragile life is right now. Not in 10 years or in 1 year or when I get rich or when I get to achieve something. It's always now.
Mm.
Now, as in right now, for us even listening to each other
Yeah,
in
this is
every,
it.
yeah, every breath. This is it. And you see that because now you've had a child born, life kind of changed. The moment your child is born, something happens, doesn't it? Where probably you also notice how fragile and how precious life is
Yeah,
because you hold
definitely.
that life in your hands.
Yeah, I mean, I was aware of that even before, but it does enhance us with the child. And yeah, like I told people, I really get this. This is it, right? This is it. And I often tell even people who did, great successes in the past, and had big things. We all do as we live as a human beings. I tell them, look, even you, Paul, right now, right? Everything you did in your life so far brought you to be speaking
Yeah.
with me right now, right?
Yeah.
Everything you did, this
Yeah.
is it. It
That's wisdom.
it,
You've got
it,
it.
bring, it bring you here, then it will take you to another thing. And that is, if you get that, I mean, if you get that, if you really, like, not understand it, but you get it, it does enhance life in, like, all right, this is it. So you can get calmness instantly.
In addition to all of our life experience that brought us to this coincidence, this synchronicity of both of us talking, our ancestors made this possible.
Definitely.
So some cultures I'm with, particularly the Maori culture in New Zealand, Aotearoa,
Mm-hmm.
they will always at the beginning of a meeting say, we acknowledge the ancestors for this land, but also your ancestors that made it possible for you to be here, my ancestors that made it possible. So they kind of bring in this presence.
Yeah.
Instead of, we kind of ignore our grandparents and great grandparents, but we wouldn't be here. And we're standing on their shoulders. I know my father worked 3 jobs to pay for college to get educated. Then we all got a good education. And not everybody's lucky enough to do that. So I'm only here because of what my ancestors also did.